Oh, hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. So happy to have you all with us tonight. My name is Nicholas Viselli. I'm the artistic director of Theater Breaking Through Barriers. And yes, indeed, I am coming to you as live as I can possibly be from deep in the heart of the Thunderdome here in glorious Midtown Manhattan. And I want to welcome all of you tonight to Theater Breaking Through Barriers fifth Virtual Playmakers Intensive, or VPI 5 time capsule. I hope you all had an opportunity to tune in last night. Boy, we had a really wonderful opening night. Such an incredible play by Catherine Grant, the Middle-Aged Men's Romantic Movie Club. Perfect way to sort of get this all kicked off. We're so excited about this intensive because, when we started this a year ago, we had no idea that this would be as, I guess, successful and fun as it's been. But because of all of you and because of all of the wonderful feedback we've received, we realized that, yeah, this is something we got to hold on to. So we've been working with such an incredible group of artists. And tonight is no exception. So in keeping with the spirit of the time machine, I am looking forward to sharing tonight's offering for you. It was written by the brilliant and incredible FAREEDA AHMED. The piece is called Ghosts in the Machine. It was directed by Wren Collins, who actually, this is Ashley's first time working with us, and I hope that she will continue to work with us because she's so amazing. And we have this stellar cast: Scott Barton, Kalilah Black, Samantha Debicki, Jennifer Bradley. You are all going to enjoy this. So without further ado, I want to turn the program over to our wonderful audio describer, the beautiful, sultry voiced Anne-Marie Morelli. Take it away, Em.
Thanks, Nick. Hello, everyone. I'm Anne-Marie Morelli, and I will be providing any necessary audio description for tonight's play. Firstly, I'd like to remind you all that during our Virtual Playmakers Intensive, our stage is your computer screen. That said, currently the stage is dark. When the play begins, each character will appear in their own separate box on your screen. Tonight's play is Ghosts in the Machine. It was written by FAREEDA AHMED, directed by Wren Collins, and features Kalilah Black as Noor, mid-late 20s. She has caramel skin and dark eyes and long black braids that are pulled back. She's wearing a flowing white sundress and large round earrings with a colorful tree in the center. Samantha Debicki as Dana, also mid-late 20s. She has fair skin, blue eyes, and long red hair. She's wearing a burgundy sweatshirt with a gray shirt peeking through at the neckline. Scott Barton as Grandpa Rich, 50. He has light skin and longish dark hair. He's wearing a burgundy button-down shirt with a blue paisley pattern. And Jennifer Bradley as Brenda, 50. She has light skin, dark eyes, and blonde hair that is pulled back with the sides hanging down. She's wearing a red tank top, a jean jacket, and a black rope necklace. As the play begins, Noor and Dana are on screen talking over Zoom.
And that's when I was like, let me gray out my aura so these subway weirdos don't jab me in the name of QAnon. Dana, did my video freeze? Hello?
Oh, that's so funny. You're so funny, Noor.
I'm being serious. NYC is straight up dangerous. Some rando scratched me the other day with his long ass pinky nails, and I swear he gave me tetanus mixed with hepatitis.
Do you feel sick?
Kinda. It's more like I feel completely invisible and targeted at the same time. Like karma's crop spraying my block with bad juju while death gives me a personalized neck tattoo. You'll see when you come back from the burbs.
if I come back.
You said you'd be back by summer. I even painted your room.
You what?
And I got you a puppy.
Really? Oh my God, I can't believe it. What?
See, you gotta come back. It's been a harder year for you more than I can know, but it's been a hard year for me too, here alone. Check it. Last March was total silence, no traffic, no construction, just people asking to read your palm. Last April was just ambulance sirens night and day. May was birds, weird ones like seagulls and shit. June and July was protests and marching and injustice and exhaustion. August was catcalls and being offered drugs in the middle of the day. September was losing neighbors and blocking friends on Facebook for force feeding me conspiracy videos. The debates, the election, and even though things are looking up now, I've never felt more vulnerable. I didn't have my wing woman with me. I've started feeling not myself, like a blurry version of me. I need you here, Dana.
I miss you too. And I'm really sorry I couldn't be there for you, Nor, but I can't leave my folks' house. Not now.
Yes, you can. You just need a little push.
No, I'm stuck spiritually. I failed them. The best that I could give them was an open casket Zoom funeral and a socially distanced gym. I mean, I can't leave their house like this. I can almost hear my mom saying, shampoo the carpets before you have anyone over. And my dad whispering like, well, don't sell my grill to the neighbors. Those bastards don't deserve my smoker.
In the end, they were so sick, they must have been relieved to go. I'm sorry. Is that insensitive?
No, this is why I need you. My mom always said you were my most wise friend.
In that case, we could talk to them, you know.
Who?
Your parents.
Nor, no.
Listen, I got a new book of incantations from the meditation center that opened the spirit realm where all disembodied beings, past and future, reside. And I got this cool talisman with protective bees that doubles as a rape whistle. Look.
That's great, but we're not having a seance for my dead parents.
Tonight's perfect. It's a full moon.
Yeah, what if they're miserable? What if they're furious at me?
What if they're perfectly fine and you could hear them say one last time, we love you, Dana. And you need to get on with your life and move back in with Noor and make her go to the doctor for her booster shots.
You really think they're fine?
Positive.
How do we do a seance over Zoom?
Same deal. We have to create an ethereal opening, a space, and send them an invitation to connect.
Like an energetic invitation?
Like a Zoom invitation through this shady guy, Kyle, from the center. It's a whole thing.
I mean, you seem to know a lot about this.
I saw Kyle do it once. It's not rocket science. Okay, grab a family photo and I'm sending you a prayer to recite while I get this space open.
Okay, hang on, let me see if I can find,
Right. And sent.
Hold on. Okay, all right, I have something. What did you just send me?
Come on.
Spirit of the Father, protect us as we embark on our perilous journey. Guide us to our intended beings with light and beat. Okay, do I really have to say all of this?
Not out loud. Just make sure you repeat it internally or else anything could happen.
Dana?
Holy shit.
Oh, girl, that was fast. I'm feeling dizzy.
Grandpa Rich?
Grandpa?
I mean, I should have picked a smaller family photo, I guess.
Dana, what is this place? Where am I?
You're in a it's video conferencing, which is like
You're on Zoom, Grandpa Rich.
Zoom. Oh my God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Sounds like an enema solution. Oh, there you are. Dana, my granddaughter, all grown up. Look at you. And still a ginger.
Hang on, I just need to check something real fast.
And your breasts, they finally came in. Congratulations. Are you happy? Are you well?
Grandpa Rich, you're young again.
Ish. The afterlife is stressful, especially since your father got here.
Oh no, I knew it.
But Grandpa Rich, you don't have any karmic debts for Dana to pay off, right?
Of course not. Dana, take my advice since no one else seems to. You're free. Live your life for you.
Really? Daddy doesn't want me to do anything like edit his memoirs or paint a tool shed or finish writing all of his 1-star Yelp reviews. I can just go?
Your father's too busy kvetching about the consistency of the ice cream here. He's forgotten all about his unfinished business. He never could live in the present. But at least he's not living in your present, raining a dark cloud over it.
I guess.
See, Dana, you're done. You can come back.
Wait, what about Mom?
Oh, your mother. She's a piece of work.
What do you mean? Like, is she happy?
No, she's miserable.
I'm parched. I'm just gonna.
Maybe I can help her.
She's beyond help. I tried to help her. I said, Brenda, you're beautiful. You're brilliant. You've got a lot of credit round here for your activism. You've got everything going for you. Enjoy it. But does she listen to me? No. She flits around, criticizes everyone for not living up to her definition of perfect. Newsflash, nobody's perfect. Not even in Eden. But on and on she goes, cozying up to her heroes, JFK, Mother Teresa, Dr. King, only to be disappointed.
Because they're way out of her league?
No, because they've been canceled.
Who canceled them?
Your mother!
Oh, she canceled JFK? Was it because he cheated on Jackie?
Do you know how much moon trash there is because of his goddamn space race?
You gotta be kidding me.
And Mother Teresa?
Anti-abortion.
Like incidentally or
Like violently?
Okay, there's no way Dr. King.
He wasn't pro-trans rights. And he cheated on his SATs.
He did not.
Rumors. I said, let him be. He's a hero. But do they listen to me? No. Then he got booted out of the inner circle.
So who's in the inner circle?
Just Harriet Tubman and your mom.
Good for her. See, Dana, it's all good.
It's not all good. My parents are dejected in paradise.
Yes. Because that's how they choose to live. Some people just can't be happy, whether it's heaven or Hastings on Hudson. And take it from me, Schnookums, there's not much difference between the two.
Oh, God. Heaven's no better than Westchester?
I don't know. I'm getting very tired staring straight at your face. I feel like I can't move my neck or pick my nose or masturbate.
What? Oh, God, Grandpa, no.
Turn off your camera, please. I don't need to go through that again.
This Zoom is torture. I feel like I'm in the CIA all over again.
You were in the CIA?
That's why I had you and your father burn my remains as my dying wish. So the commies couldn't get my DNA for their spy cloning program. You did cremate me, right?
This is awkward.
I can't believe nobody ever listens to me. Rich Jr., you get over here this instant. You promised you'd burn my funeral pyre, Viking style, and scatter my ashes over Mount Rushmore. Take my advice, Dana. don't trust your children to do anything, ever.
My children, I'm gonna have kids.
Oh, you didn't hear it from me. But they turn out to be terrible. Rich Jr., I asked you to do one thing.
Grandpa Rich leaves.
Grandpa Rich, my dad, my mom, my future children, everybody's miserable.
All the more reason for you to be happy. Look on the bright side. Their state of mind is not your responsibility.
Okay, I'm not some Zen Buddhist monk who can swim in a sea of pain and call it an ocean of bliss.
We're all in pain, but we don't all have to suffer if we hold each other while we have each other.
You're right. I should have been there more for my parents while they were alive.
Your guilt isn't going to solve anything.
Yes, it will. It will make me a good mom who teaches her kids to honor their parents' wishes so they don't end up guilt-ridden. Oh, God. Mom always said I'd have a daughter just like me. Can you imagine my daughter being this broke?
You called.
Is that?
You're
Brenda.
But you're
not my mom.
No, I'm your future daughter. You named me after Grandma.
what in the? How did you get here? I'm gonna kill Kyle.
You're my daughter? No, but you're so much older than I
Older than you are. Yeah. Mom, I've always told you time wasn't real. Now is all we have.
That's what I was saying. Dana, your kid's smart.
Oh, thanks, Auntie Nor. I am so sorry we never got to meet in person. I've heard so much about you growing up.
What?
Why did you never ever meet in person? Nor's my best friend.
Well, I'm not really supposed to talk about it.
Young lady, you are going to tell me right
Oh,
now.
God, Mom, you are impossible. You always think you're right. What if I'm right and you're wrong? Just because I stole your stupid car that one time and sold it for bail for my fiance, who turned out to be a major cartel leader who only used me as extra luggage space.
Grandpa Rich was right. I can't trust you.
If you trusted me, you'd listen to my advice and sell the Westchester house immediately. Move to the city, get your graduate degree, and change careers like you've always wanted.
I'm too old to start a new career.
No, you're not. And you're even younger now than when I'll repeat this advice the next 1,000 times. Just listen to me. Seize the day. Any day. You can be fulfilled. So you won't force me to live out your dreams in a career I never wanted that compels me to find love in all the wrong places.
What career? Dana, what is it that you really want to do?
No, I'm too old to be a dancer. I already have a bum knee. That's just reality.
No, it's not. If you start taking classes now, by the time you're trained enough, doctors will invent a stem cell injection that regrows your joints in 90 days. Your body will be as flexible as a whore's legs.
Brenda.
What? I learned it from Grandpa Rich. He's the only one who talks any sense around here.
So you're in heaven now, but you're not born yet?
Okay, that's what I've been trying to tell you. There is no future. There is no past. It's all happening here and now. And we three are at a crossroads. So if you decide to do what makes you happy now, then you're happy everywhere, always.
That sounds way too easy to actually be true.
It is easy. Life isn't meant to be impossible. Every good thought you've had and good feeling you've felt is all that's true. And anything that makes you feel bad is an illusion that will pass.
All things come in good time.
Yes, because all time is good, as are all things.
Oh, your daughter is wise.
Thanks, Auntie Nor. I learned it from your journal.
Why do you have my journal?
Oh, Mom gave it to me.
Why do I have her journal?
After never mind. Just listen to what I'm saying and know that you can trust yourself. You can trust me. You can trust Auntie Nor. And stop looking for excuses that doubt that life is on your side always.
Brenda, we've been living through a once in 100 years pandemic. I've just lost both my parents in the last 6 months. I've been separated from my friends and colleagues and every activity I love for a year. I haven't dated anyone that I could smell, and I haven't danced in God knows how long. If ever there was a time to be utterly hopeless, it's now.
That's not what you're going to think next time.
There's another pandemic coming?
5.
5?
5?
And each time you think, this is the worst time of my life, you think, last time was so much easier. If only I'd enjoyed my lungs full of air and my days full of time, that casual call from the friend who's more precious to me than I realize. But you don't. And your lungs and days get smaller.
So you're telling me the good news is it only gets worse.
No. One day, there's no more pandemics, no more crises.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
But it doesn't matter. Whatever anxiety empties only makes space for more regrets. Your life fills up with all the things you haven't done. Your home fills up with all the painful things you can't let go of. And there I am, through it all, encouraging you, telling you you can do anything, but even I can't make you happy. So I wonder, maybe I'm entirely a disappointment. Maybe you can't love me.
Brenda, that's not true.
Yeah, Brenda, I'm sure you're a wonderful daughter.
I'm sure I loved you, will love you.
Maybe. But neither of us will ever believe it. What I see is you make your decisions based on fear, not on love. Each day you decide to be afraid of how I'll turn out instead of loving who I am.
Ouch. Whew. That just hurt my heart. My heart's on fire.
And you hate my boyfriends.
I mean, I'm probably just critical of them because I value your potential, like my mom did me. And because it sounds like one of them is a violent drug dealer / kidnapper.
Because you never approve of me, I date unworthy guys who make me feel baseline unsettled and are never satisfied with me because thanks to you, that's what feels like home.
Does anyone else feel nauseous? Maybe we should wrap this up.
I think you're right, Auntie Nor. Mom, you should talk to Auntie Nor. I've taken enough of your time.
No, no, I want to talk to you, Brenda. Tell me how to make our relationship right. Just tell me what I can do to fix it.
I already told you. Maybe it's too late. I should go. I got to go pull Grandpa Rich off of Grandpa Rich Jr. They're at it again, and Dr. King is being all passive.
Dana?
No, Brenda, what do you mean it's too late?
Brenda has left.
Dana? I think I'm dead.
Nor, oh, come on, that's not funny.
I think I've been dead for a few days since the subway scratcher, maybe?
What?
Blurry, nauseous, reflux. My fingers feel like they belong to someone else. My center of gravity is 3 feet above me. And I read about this in Kyle's book. I'm in the in-between place. And I'll be here till they find my body.
What? No, I'm moving back. You painted my room and you got us a puppy and we're going to be each other's wing women and live it up on the town. I promise.
I really wish we could have, but my time's up.
Nor, No, I'm not ready to say goodbye to you two. We have our whole lives in front of us. In a few months, we can just unpause and pick right back up where we left off. You just...
Life isn't an amusement ride. And even without me, it'll still go on. I wish we talked more, that I called you more when...
I'm so sorry, Nor.
Honestly, right now, I'm relieved. I don't have to worry about taxes or moving or yelling at Kyle. I can just be. But Dana, what are you gonna do now?
Nor has left.
What am I gonna do now?
End of play.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love that. I love that play so much. Oh my God. You know, what I love about when you see a really good play and you laugh, you sort of are enjoying it, and yet it really kind of bends your mind a little bit. That's just, it's firing on so many cylinders. So I'm just, thank you guys. That was really amazing. Can you all come back? All right. Here we go. The whole cast. FAREEDA. Oh my God. Ashley, Wren Collins. So happy. Oh my God. Scott Barton, Samantha Debicki, Jen Bradley, Kalilah Black. Oh, you guys. Oh, and Tucker. Tucker, our tech guru. Tucker. I don't know what I'd do without you, Tucker. You are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. This was such an amazing play. First of all, FAREEDA, I love you've got this amazing mind, and you are so funny. And yet at the same time, the fact that you can be funny and and also sort of turn it, I think that's really so beautiful. I'm excited to talk to all of you about this, but I don't want to talk too long because I want to give you guys a little bit of a break between our second show, which will be at 8:30 on Facebook. So I hope that all of you are watching, and I know that you love this one. Make sure you tune in again at 8:30. So FAREEDA, tell me, like, what made you come up with this?
The prompt was really where this came from. So the idea of a time capsule, the first thought that came to my head was, wouldn't it be funny if there was like a Zoom seance and the people coming in sort of didn't know what time they were in, or something like that. And then It's a Wonderful Life is one of my favorite movies. And so kind of melding that with the ghosts of past, present, future, that sort of thing, is what sparked the idea. But honestly, talking to all of the actors and just hearing their voices and what their different experiences were, really sparked a lot for me, and how strange this time is because we have something collective, which is a pandemic, and yet it's so individual and specific and kind of alienating sometimes for each of us in terms of how each of us is experiencing it. So, yeah.
It's as I said, you've really touched on so many things here, and I absolutely agree with you. We've never gone. I mean, certainly within our time, we've never gone through what we are currently going through. The sort of the knee-jerk reflex is now that people are being vaccinated, and we can return to normal. But it's like, wait a second, 15 months have gone by, and look at all the stuff that's happened in these 15 months. Look at all we've lost. Look at all the sacrifice that's been made. Look at in many ways, I think this idea of the pandemic, the idea that we've been living in such polarity, and we've been living so sort of, I guess, insular, focused on this and not what's in front of us or who's in front of us, that we oftentimes, sometimes you need a little smack in the head that says, you know what? Now, guess what? You're all going to be isolated. You're all going to have to stay at home. You're all going to have to wear masks. You're going to be socially distant. And maybe then you'll have an idea of how important you all are and how much we all mean to each other. So I love this, and It's a Wonderful Life happens to be one of my ridiculously favorite movies. I can never, every time it's on, I have to watch it. So yeah, I love it. I love the play. Did any of you guys ever have like that fantasy of you lost someone close to you or very dear to you, and you wish you had an opportunity to talk to them again, to sort of say, hey, how you doing? What's it like on the other side? I have a story about that, which I won't share now. I'll share it with you guys privately, but it's a good one. Anyway, I'm curious. Ashley, I want to talk to you about that. First of all, I'm so happy that you're working with us. Thank you so much for being a part of our work. One of the things I just have to say, so many of our artists here, not only in this play, but in so many of our other plays, are all very multi-talented. They are writers, they are directors, they are actors, musicians. So it's great when you can, if you tune in, you can see our artists being able to do several different things throughout the course of the intensive. So like, for example, FAREEDA wrote this, and yet you're going to see her perform at another time, and Kalilah's performing, and she had an opportunity to direct. So it's just really exciting that we can do that. So Ashley, you are also an actor, and of course a wonderful director. What was this like working with this group and on this project for you?
Yeah, well, I have to say the pleasure has been all mine to be able to meet you and then work with this incredibly gifted, flexible, full of ideas cast, and also FAREEDA. I mean, it's just been pleasurable all the way. I mean, I love. FAREEDA definitely had a strong idea for what the prompt was, but in our first talk before she went away and wrote, I think she took kernels and the essence of everybody who was working on the piece and somehow wove that through. It's just been really exciting to see what everybody brings to that and to use the medium. Some people might say, oh, we're doing a play on Zoom, or, oh, it's frustrating, the limitations of the medium. And here it's like, no, let's explore like what we can do with this. Let's have the play be about a Zoom seance, and, what are all the fun things we can do? And so I think we just all tried to push that to the nth degree. And then with the pandemic, the ups and downs of emotions and experiences that people have had, death and illness, and, and confronting some of the big questions of life, which I think you see happening here in this play. She really, FAREEDA, you pack so much into like 20 minutes. It's really incredible. So It's really just been, I think, a lot of fun for everybody to play.
Yep. And they say the short play is dead. No, it's not. I mean, it's a real challenge. I understand. We all talk about the idea that I remember I had a discussion, I guess it was about 2 years ago, with a really wonderful writer who said, short play is dead, Nick. Like, come on, start doing one acts. Like, can we graduate to one acts? At least you can develop characters a bit more. It's like, yeah, I understand. I get it. But then this comes along and it's like, this medium is perfect for short plays because it's nice and bite-sized and digestible. And so, yeah, I think there's, just when you think it's gone, here we are. So I love the fact that we're doing this. Yeah, I really do love the opportunity to create this way. From what you're describing, FAREEDA really captured the essence of what this project is about. I understand that there are a lot of great add-ons and opportunities that we can manipulate images and add special effects and create things that are much more cinematic. And I love that. I'm all for it, but not for this project, because I want this project to be raw. I want it to be about the word. I want it to be about plays and creating the work without any of that stuff. The fact that we're doing Zoom plays, that we're doing plays written for this medium is the key to all of that. Because
I mean, it's amazing the relationships you get to chart in such a short span of time. I mean, I think that they're all there and very present. So the short play most definitely is not dead.
Yeah. Oh no.
When done well and done right by Farida.
We
It's
could always have a seance for it if it is dead. I think Kalilah can.
It's also the ability to collaborate, to know that you guys as an ensemble, you were randomly paired together. You didn't have any say in that. And you all get to work together on you all have a hand in creating this work, not just as an artist, as an actor, but your stories sort of helped inform Farida to write something that now you have an indelible stamp on this piece. Doesn't mean that someone else can't do it, but yet when you first hear it, you're like, I know she got that from me. It just makes it very personal. So yeah, thank you for that. All right, so I'm going to start with Scott and Sammy, especially because you guys have worked with us for so long, and you've done so much, so many of our live performance, our live intensives and live productions with us. And I can honestly say, I know we're looking forward to getting back to that. That's a given. We can never say, all right, this is going to replace live theater. Not supposed to, never meant to be, but I do think that we should give this medium its due and really explore it for what it is. It's new ground. It's fertile ground that we can really create. I want to ask you guys, because I might have asked you this question before in the past, but can you sort of tell me what you feel the differences are between in terms of working with our intensive live in the room versus working virtually? Do you notice a big difference in this in terms of the enthusiasm, the energy, the spirit of collaboration?
Well, the spirit of collaboration is always wonderful. I mean, you're gathered together with people, I never worked with before. It's just a wonderful challenge. And particularly when we've been in this pandemic for so long, when we've been so isolated, I'm just so grateful to be able to work with other people and contribute, and it's just a great experience. I do miss the audiences, the live audience, and I look forward to returning to that. But these virtual short plays have been a real godsend to me through this pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, thank you. They've been a godsend to all of us. I just had to write a grant this evening to one of our funders, and it sort of, I don't want to say it was embarrassing. It's kind of wild. We were so productive in this past year. We were able to do so much. We were actually able to do more this past year than we do in a normal season, except for the fact that we're able to do a live production in a regular season. But the fact that we've been doing so much virtually and we've worked with so many people, it's been so eye-opening, and it's given us a chance to really get to meet so many new artists, and so many of you I've never met in person before, and I can't wait to meet you in person. I can't wait to be together in the room with you. Sammy, what about you? This has been a really eventful year for you, and I'm curious about how you feel about this virtual experience versus when we do this live.
I mean, I think in the context of the pandemic and being on Zoom, it creates kind of a fast track intimacy. I mean, we're all rehearsing in our homes with each other, which is, already an unusual circumstance. And people have been in their little caves and bubbles for so long that, and you're also working with a limited period of time to rehearse and prepare. So the timeline and the moment that we're all in, I think, I don't know, it's kind of nice. You sort of dispense with some of the pleasantries or niceties and just get right down to it more quickly. And I think for a lot of us, it feels like a lifeline that we're thirsty for and eager to grab onto. So it's actually a pretty productive and surprisingly interesting medium. more interesting than I thought, something where you're acting with others on a two-dimensional, on your computer screen, essentially, could be.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I look forward to doing more. I look forward to seeing how else we can move forward and explore this in terms of collaborations internationally as well. We did an international collaboration with our colleagues in Japan, and it was an incredible experience. So,
and actually, my last TBTB virtual intensive, we had the international group. We had Ben in Israel, and Marty in France, and me in New York, and a couple others in New York. So it certainly, it allows you to cast a broader net in terms of partnering with people that you wouldn't necessarily have been able to work with if we were all required to share the same physical space.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Jen. Again, for you, I'm curious. I guess it's sort of the same question. I don't know. It's so interesting when we're all, sort of being confined in the way that we are, the way we have been. Do you think there's a place for this in the future? Do you think there's a place for this work in the future? I'm thinking more in terms of specifically for this company.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I think for many of the reasons you said, those of, and Sam brought up some of these too, those of being able to be in different locations around the world and work together and collaborate. And also the ability to more easily work with a bevy of people, a myriad people, at the same time, which is nice. I think, I like to mix it up a little.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Again, TBTB is a company that works with and sort of celebrates the work of performers, artists with disabilities. One of the things that I find really fascinating is when you're on Zoom, unless the disability is mentioned, probably 98 or 99% of the time, you don't see disability. And it's not that we want to hide that, but what I find fascinating about that is oftentimes when you go into an audition room or in a rehearsal room, and if you happen to have a visible disability, for example, that's the first thing that people notice. And they automatically make a snap judgment about you based on that. In a situation like this, people can actually see you as the artist. People can see you for who you are. And not saying that a disability isn't a part of you. I have to be really clear and careful about this. I don't want people to think that we're about no, we got to hide who we are. No, that's not it at all. It's just the idea of trying to take the time to look beyond what you see and try to assess from a deeper perspective.
Yeah. One way that I've heard it explained or I've said before is that Zoom and Google Meets and whatever else is the great leveler. Once we get on a medium like this, we're the same. And we're the same anyway. We may have differences or, slight things but yeah, for someone who rolls through the door in a chair and the casting, agents or directors see, oh, here comes the GIMP. I mean, just totally speaking off the cuff, they wouldn't say that. I would say that, but just, there's a label. And that's, as people, that's how we're wired. We have to structure everything and have, references for every condition. That woman's fat, that woman's old, the man is this, the woman's pregnant, she's a little kid, whatever. And when you use a walking aid or have something on your head or are wearing some sort of helpful accoutrement, there's a recognition, I feel, from, I don't know what, the walking community, whatever, as other.
Mhm.
And this is really nice that, a conversation isn't even necessitated, by this medium. We just show up and we are,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. And you get a chance to do really, you get a chance to do really great work together with I think a really great group of people. Kalilah, I saved you for last. I hope you don't mind. I just love talk. I'd love to talk to you because you are directing as well.
Yes.
And you've done several intensives with us. And I'm so excited that your mom is going to be part of this as well. She's amazing. I'm just curious for you. I want to get your whole take on whatever this particular play, just the experience in general, what it's like maybe from two different perspectives, as a director and as a performer.
Well, thank you for asking and saving me last. I appreciate it. I love this theater and love Nick. I love you so much. In terms of the difference, I think that there's I'm getting fed both ways. I am an actor first, and this piece was wonderful. It felt the character that FAREEDA created for me. Nor she's really, really fun, and I really gravitate towards eccentric characters, and it seems that I continue to be cast as such. So I think that there's something to be said there that I'm appearing authentically. So I love it. And it's also interesting because the last show we did a Zoom seance as well. I was also curating. We were a bunch of witches curating. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I got to talk to the ancestors. Apparently everybody is saying that that's what my thing is. So let me, lean into that. And directing is equally as rewarding, just in a different way. So,
yeah.
And then here's my co-star.
Yeah.
Who was written in, his name is Bronx, and he's a puppy and very, very hyper. So it's just great that he cooperates.
And loves you to death. Look at he's just so cute. Oh my God. Just I know. I'm so glad you were able to work in a cameo for Bronx. So beautiful. I think it's really exciting. Again, I don't know. I just feel even on this level, this is a workshop. This is development. This play was something that did not exist a few weeks ago, and yet, and while FAREEDA wrote it, it came from her. She was able to use all of you to help create that, and that to me is that speaks volumes, and it certainly speaks volumes to what we do and what we've been able to do. And I find it really interesting too how I haven't really changed my prompt in terms of these 5 intensives. I've changed the names of the intensives, but I haven't. It's always been write about what's happening in our world right now, whatever that is. And what I love about that is the fact that over the year, the plays have shifted with the times. So this play is really just it's perfect for where it is right now, because it does sort of discuss or talk about what happens next, the unknown. And I'm going to be curious to see where we are next year and how we continue to move forward, and how what has happened to us will affect us going forward. And I hope positively. We have to be able to take whatever negatives came out of this and turn them into positives, because they all exist. I want to ask Tucker. Hey, Tucker. Did you have something that you wanted to ask? I'm just curious. He's muted. Okay. I'm not going to. There you are.
So what is the question?
No, my question was to you. Did you have any thoughts or questions, or did you want to ask anyone anything while you're here? Because you know, we were, while you guys were performing, we were texting back and forth. He's like, this is great. Hey, that looks so, you know, I'm curious about your reaction to all of this.
It was really good how Todd Barton played a time machine. It felt like it was back in the future.
Mhm.
On top of it, it was like the future is coming
Yep.
with Jenny.
Thank you. Yeah, I tend to think, you know, with this medium, we tend to break the time-space continuum, just ourselves. The fact that we, you know, many of us are coming in from different time zones, different parts of the world, and the fact that, like, for example, Ben was on last night and he was 7 hours ahead. It was the middle of the night for him. And, you know, we've done shows, we did an intensive with Paul Price, wonderful actor, who was actually in South Korea. So it's 13 hours ahead. It's tomorrow morning there. And yet all of us are meeting in the same Zoom room and creating work and then shooting it back out to the world at the same time, although we're all in different places. That's weird, you know, kind of messes with your head. So I love this work. You know, you guys are just magnificent. I love you all, and I just want to do more. I just want to work more. When you have the gift of working with really great artists, you just, it's like, what can we do next? So thank you all so much for that. So listen, I want you all to take a break. We have another show in about 8 or 9 minutes. So get a drink. If you want to, you know, relax a few minutes, that'd be fantastic. I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in tonight. Again, we are so grateful to have you watching. I hope that you will continue to watch. We have now 12 more shows after tonight's show. So if you like what you saw, please tell your friends, tell your families, tell everybody. Just send a general shout out, open the window, intercom, whatever you need. Make sure to let everybody know. If you really like the work, friend us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel or go to our website, tvtv.org. You can find out all about our company, what we have planned next. And you can also see some of our archived work from our past intensives and other work that we've done. And if you really, really love us and you want to partner and show your support in a sort of material way, you can just click the little donate button at the top of the page, which we will certainly not refuse. We'll be very, very grateful for that. And we're going to have another show on the other channel in a few more minutes. So now's your chance to let people know to tune in, okay? I want to tell you a little bit about tomorrow evening. We have a really wonderful show, and it was written by Monet Marshall. Monet is such a great writer, and I feel very, very badly because she wrote this play for our last intensive. Unfortunately, it arrived a little bit late, and we weren't able to present it. But the good news is we get to present it now. So that is going to be our play tomorrow evening. The play is called Safety On, written by Monet Marshall, directed by Ben Rausch. Yes, the Ben Rausch who is actually in Tel Aviv right now. He's directing all the way from Tel Aviv. And the play stars Robin Marshall, who happens to be the mother of Monet, Pamela Sabah, and Carlos Guillermo. So I hope you will all tune in tomorrow, 7:30 right here on YouTube, 8:30, of course, on Facebook. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night, 7:30 right here. Good night, all.